let me get to that chapter where you were. I know I got less time now, Pastor Ben, right?
Yes, sir.
So
5.5 minutes.
So we see that God created the star constellations. Okay? Where's Isaiah? Okay, what chapter was that? 40?
40 and 26.
Okay, 40 and 26. I have these marked, so we can go to the next one. Okay, so now let's go to 40, right there, and 26. Okay, now let's see God's servant. Let's look at 44, verse 21.
Isaiah.
No, okay. That's the end of that. We'll look at other scriptures next week as we continue this study of the star constellations, okay? And I'm going to do a handout so we can all follow it, okay? Because we want to follow each star constellation so you can see where they are in the scriptures. Because basically God took the pictures and put them on paper, okay? And then, so you will see all of those star constellations are actually in the Bible, okay?
That's interesting, though, the way you said about the three-headed dragon.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, because you'll see that star constellation. You'll see Hercules standing there with the hammer in his hand, and he's holding a snake, but the snake has 3 heads. So you know that the enemy of man is coming, but he has 3 heads.
And he's a snake.
Yeah, he's a snake. So all of these star constellations are to tell you about God. Okay?
So this snake was before the garden.
Yeah.
God already.
Okay, so what's the first religion of man? Because what the guy taught his people was that I went to Egypt and I saw a cross inside of the pyramid, and I saw a lamb resurrection inside of the pyramid. And so where did, that means that the Jews don't come, the Jews don't come until after Egypt, right?
Right.
Because you have Egypt is established, okay? Then the Jews go into Egypt, okay? And when the Jews go into Egypt, but Egypt is already established, do you understand? So now you have to say, well, if we sing a cross in the pyramid, I'm walking in the pyramid, I see a cross. I'm seeing the gospel story of the walls inside of the pyramid.
That's right.
So what do I think? Egypt came before Hebrew, before the Jews. So that means that the Jews stole Christianity from the Hebrews. Is that what that means?
From the Egyptians?
Yeah, from the Egyptians.
That's not what it means.
That Christianity was stole from the Egyptians because there's a cross and a crucifixion inside of the pyramid. But where did the people inside of who did the pyramid, who put the pictures in the pyramid, where did they get it from?
And that's right.
From the stars. What day was the stars created on?
4th day.
4th day. What day was man created on? 6th day.
And
Wow.
6 and 8.
6th and the 8th day. Thank you. That's good Hebrew. So therefore, God had already written his story out before he even created man.
So nobody stole it.
You stole it. If you stole it, you stole it from God.
Right.
If you came up with a false religion. Now, Pastor Ben them know this, but you guys don't know this, so I want to share this with you. We just did what? Turn your clock back an hour, right?
Right.
To give us more, well, it gets darker. It gets dark now, right?
Right.
So now the sun's going to keep rotating, okay? As the sun rotates, it gets lower and lower, okay? Okay, then it stops.
Oh, yeah.
okay? And it stops for 3 days, okay? And then when it stops, guess what they tell you? Turn your clock back forward so we can have more daylight, right? So now the sun starts rotating and it gets higher and higher and higher, and you have more light.
And then it stops.
Then it stops, and then they say turn it back, okay? When they tell you to turn it forward, you know where it stops at, where the sun stops? It stops on the star constellation of the cross, the crux. It stops and it stays there for 3 days.
Symbolic.
Then after the 3rd day, the sun starts to rise up, so we get more light.
So it rises on the
and
3rd
more
day.
light. Is that crazy?
It's crazy. They don't teach you that.
Now, so that means every year God is telling us about the gospel. Who's hiding this from you?
Hey, nobody hired it.
Because if you knew how the universe was created and who created it, why is it that when we go through the star constellations, in the month that Jesus Christ dies, which what they call Aries, is the same month that Jesus Christ died. What's the symbolization for Aries? It's a lamb. Aries is a lamb.
Right.
So
The lamb dies.
the lamb is the one that dies. When Christ dies on the cross, we're going to look at Starry Night Pro. When he dies, as if you're looking at the earth from the moon. Okay? The Starry Night Pro is a scientific
Is that DVD?
system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
deep.
a system. I would buy it, but it costs about $275 to get the system, okay? But you could study the star constellations through the Starry Night Pro, okay? And it'll tell you when the blood moon is going to be and everything, because it's all mathematics. The whole star system is mathematics. So, but when Jesus dies on the cross, if you were on the moon, it would show you what the earth looks like from the moon. The moon, it moves right in front. You have this eclipse, and it said the earth became dark, and there was a blood moon, right? On the night Jesus Christ was crucified.
Yeah.
So behind the earth is the star constellation of the Lamb. And I'm going to show it to you on that system, so that you can see that the moment Jesus dies, the star constellation of the Lamb appears behind the earth. You know? And God is just fulfilling the story that he told to Abraham.
Is that on the Star of David DVD?
Yeah, it's on Star of David. It's at the very end. Yeah,
Wow.
that he gives it to you at the very end. So, yes, 2 minutes. So through studying Hebrew, what you have to study is we're studying from God's perspective of the Bible, not man's perspective of the Bible. Okay? And then, so now you're studying the original person who wrote the scriptures and why he wrote the scriptures and why there are 48. Because I never knew there was 48 star constellations. I always thought there was 12.
Yeah.
But if you have the sun, it's going to be born into the earth, and the sun is going to pick how many people to be his
12.
followers? 12. What's their job? What's the job of the 12 apostles?
To tell the story.
To go tell the story of the gospel to the world. So if I pick 12 star constellations, I got to give you 3 decans because I'm giving you the story.
Yeah.
Your job
Tell the story.
is to tell the story of the gospel. So the stars reveal the gospel to the world. The apostles reveal the gospel to the world.
It's so simple.
It's simple.
When you actually learn it.
When you
Yeah.
You hear about it like,
But see, this is what God told me. He's like, look, you don't have time to go to ministry school, learn Hebrew,
You
and
sure
I'll teach you
didn't.
the Bible.
You sure didn't.
I was like, okay, you got to do it. I'll learn Hebrew, and then you teach me the Bible. He said, the more I learned Hebrew, the more the Bible became understandable.
So understandable. When it's not being corrupted.
Yeah, when it's not being corrupted. Okay,
Okay, that's, yeah.
that's it. Let's cut it.